Yes, sir. Man, so I just was reflecting on my journey right now. And before I even start this, I just want to preface this with like this channel, if I even call it a channel, just shit I just randomly post on. Um, I really would just like to talk about, spiritual things and for lack of a better term, just like mystical experiences and just self-improvement, things like that. Um, the Matrix, I'd like to talk about um, um, not analogies. What the fuck am I thinking? Sorry, I'm a little high here. I just want to talk about all those things: mind expanding experiences, personal experiences, experiences in which you've seen through the veil. I've seen through the veil. We've all seen through. Anomalies. That's the word. Anomalies. Analogies. What? Anomalies of life. But when I look back at when I think about my experience and the things that fuel these experiences I'm speaking about here, it's because I'm tapped into my energy, right? Like somehow my energy has been like consolidated and focused and streamlined towards something I'm doing. And that's when I've had my greatest breakthroughs in thought and spirituality. By spirituality, I'm talking like connection with something ethereal or something otherworldly, like with my mind, or literally, like I'm seeing something. Well, I'm seeing it through my mind's eye. But my point is that this whole semen retention stuff, to me, it's like a means to an end in a way. Which it's funny to even say that because what the fuck is the end goal? Other than just to be tapped in, right? Tapped into something higher. And, continuing to cultivate this level of personal mastery, right? Like, just trying to be a master of yourself and not a slave. Like at the end of the day, like whatever it is you're trying to do in your life, practical or spiritual, whatever the fuck, you're not gonna be able to do that shit if you're bound to your own emotions, your own thoughts, your own feelings, your own cravings, right? It's not about not being human. It's just about acknowledging, like, okay, like these things that I like that make me up, whatever that is, right? Like if I'm fucking caught up in this shit, I'm not gonna ever be able to see anything outside of it. And that can be a tough pill to swallow for a lot of us, because that booty be nice. That booty be nice, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's not about shit you already know, right? It's not about trying to fucking say no to this. It's just about having the power to say no. Do you know what I'm saying? And then focusing that energy on something else. Which brings me back to my point of this whole thing was, when you get past the level of fighting it, and now you're at the level of like transmuting it, that's where you want to be. Like, get past the level of fighting it and get to the level of transmuting it, right? Of cultivating it. And I feel like in my journey here, in my streak and timeline, and just cycle of success and failure, for lack of a better term, I've always felt these moments like I'm feeling now, where I'm not really fighting the energy. Like, I feel it, don't get me wrong. Like, you get into a feminine woman's presence, or just a woman's presence, like, crazy enough. It doesn't take much to get you going, right? That thing pop up, boy. That thing pop up real easy. And so it's like, it's not about like trying to turn that feeling off either. It's like, I'm not trying to turn that off. I'm just trying to just not follow the same pattern I follow, PMO, right? It's not always like, it doesn't have to be porn. It could just be a picture of a girl doing some crazy shit by herself, just being a horn dog, man, right? Anyway, I digress. yeah, man, let's get to the level of we're not fighting with this anymore. We're like just straight up cultivating it and, you know, transmuting it. Like that's really like what it's about. Like, you know, you just know you can use that. I mean, that's gonna happen at our own timeline, right? Like that's gonna happen at our at our own timeline, right? But yeah, you can think of that as a threshold of sorts. You know, you've reached a new level, dare I say, of just like depth in your practice with semen retention. Sorry, the trash man's here. Good metaphor for life. I think it's cleaning up the trash out of life. But you know that you have, you just know you've reached a level of actual like depth in your practice. Just like a new level. You've reached past that, like I said, like that threshold when you're like, you're actively cultivating it. And what that can look different in a lot of ways, but you know, going to the gym, meditating, and you know, we can go into that another time, but at a certain level, your meditations, you want to have a basic level of meditation down, right? Like you got to know how to basically meditate, right? Like by basically meditate, I mean you got to learn how to do nothing. You have to learn how to do nothing, like to not do. Like that's like the most basic level of meditation, right? And from there, then you can start like exploring, you know, these cultivation practice. Well, alchemical practices would be the correct word, right? And I think this word alchemy gets thrown around pretty loosely in this like spiritual community and even in the semen retention community, right? It's not, alchemy is not just retain energy. No, it's, come on. There's like shadow work that's involved. There's coming to grips with your own patterns, your own habits, your own repressed memories and thoughts and feelings. Usually these sexual feelings, really just coming to terms with the fact that you are a horny bastard and you need to get that shit in check. And this is your sacred life force energy, and every stimulus that you feel does not incline you to go and release it. Like, what are you, a man or a mouse? Like, you know? And I don't want to use that kind of rhetoric because, you know, this shit is tough, man, right? Like, this shit is tough. Only like literally 1% of society does this, so we different. We different. I know that we just different, but yeah, man. Let's get past the level of fighting with it and just like actually transmuting it. Dude, I went to the gym fucking 2 days ago. Last week, I went to the gym 2 days ago. You guys are gonna fucking like this for like hard fucking evidence, man. So I've been doing 235, right? Like 4 plates, 2 plates on each side for like the past like 3 weeks. And I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. Like, I wasn't edging, but like, I'm open to experience with like women, right? Like at the end of the day, like I'm not out there seeking it. I'm not out there forcing it. But like, if I'm on a dating app and a hot girl hits me up and, you know, she seems like a vibe, I'm gonna fucking talk to her, right? I feel like that's pretty normal. But I'm not like craving like sex, right? But I'm still like allowing my natural feelings to unfold. And maybe this isn't recommended for everyone if you're not really at a certain stage in your progress. Like, I think at a very beginning stage, you kind of do really need to have that like monk mode type shit where like, dude, you're just really just straight up grinding, and like you're fuck the apps, the dating apps, fuck like even getting your hair cut, because you're just like, dude, I'm in my room fucking studying, meditating, like writing in my journal, fucking talking to God. Like, you're doing that shit like almost every day, and it's just like, you know, you still do that too, right? The Matrix trying to fucking cut me off. Fuck that shit. No, I'm just kidding. But man, yeah, this whole path, man. Like I said, I was talking to this girl. Long story short, she fucking gave me blue balls. This is how much of a horn dog I am. Like, I was just talking with her about what we're gonna do, and yeah, we ended up just sexting, right? I fucking had blue balls, bro. But I'm still, just cause a motherfucker, you know, is open to connection with women still, just cause I'm even on the semen retention journey, does not mean I'm gonna release every fucking time just cause I talk to it, just cause I get a little horny, bro. Like, no, man, like, I got more control than that. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. So what did I do, bro? I went to the fucking gym, dude, with blue balls. Yes, my nigga. I went to the gym with blue balls, bro. And I slapped 50 fucking pounds onto my bench, bro. Dude, what is that? Fucking, I still haven't even added the math. I just know I put 50 fucking pounds on there. So 235 plus 50, that's like 285 or some shit. Right? Anyway, dude, what the fuck? That's insane, right? Like, I'm still like, I've been talking with Chat GPT, like, yo, is that normal? Like, how did I fucking slap 50 pounds onto my bench? Like, first I went in the gym and I could only, so originally I could only do fucking 235 maybe like 3 times, bro. And they were like really like kind of shit reps. They were like shaking and like fucking, you know, really trying, bro. Dude, I went in the gym and I fucking did that 10 times, my dude. 10 fucking times. I'm like, what? Like, hold up. Let me add some more weight on here, cuz. Let me add some more weight on here. And I threw fucking an extra 50 pounds on that bitch and hit it 4 times, bro. 4 times, bro. And that was me having blue balls. And I'm on a pretty long streak right now. Anyway, hold on to your seat, my G. Hold on to your seat, bro. This is an act of cultivating. And some of you might look at that as a moment of, you know, weakness, or, you know, and maybe you have a point. But, you know, the point for me, the bigger point is like, I was still following my values, which is like, I'm not trying to be like some like saint who's like just, or monk or whatever, just like not talking to girls. I'm just like, all right, I'm at a stage now where I feel comfortable enough where I can still practice semen retention and only release like in a wholesome relationship, right? Like, I'm not out here like I could easily be on some of these apps and like finding girls who are DTF, right? But I'm not like that. Like, if I am gonna have sex, it's gonna be with a girl like I can see some kind of, you know, connection with. But anyway, yeah, man, I just want to drop this, bro. Yeah, stop fighting it and just get to cultivating it. You know what I'm saying? Like, once you get there, bro, that's how you know, like, you've gone past, like, you know, beginner level. You know what I'm saying? Not wrong, beginner level. Like, we're always beginners, you know, in a certain way. But all right, y'all, stay at, man. Till next time. One love.